Hey, last day. It's Bright here. Um, yeah, so I mean, it been quite a adventurous weekend that learned so much. Just trying to make sure I practice it. Right. The most important part is I've learned something you don't practice it, you forget it, and like it's a waste, right? So, um, I just it's again, the last day project is owning that mentality of living every day's last day and making the most out of it and living a life to its fullest. Taking integrity, right? Now, those are the word. Your words is who you. Your word is who you. It defines who you are. So I'm not taking integrity in terms of living every day to the last day as the best ability that I can, and I need to continue to take ownership in that, losing weight, eating less. Those are my goals, right? And then they're truly my goals, and that's who I truly am, right? So it's about taking integrity into your words, right? The way you are is a reflection of what you've been doing through our daily habits. Um, yeah, integrity and concepts that I learned throughout the session is basically feelings and interpretation. That's one of the big key takeaways. Feelings and interpretation. Whatever I feel is just an interpretation. And we are a meaning making machine, and that's one of the most important highlights of our course. We continue to automatically spit out meanings to everything that's around us. We try to look good and avoid looking bad because of our society. There's no right and wrong, which is really validates what my theories have been passed before. There's no right and wrong in terms of how you choose to live your last day. Is how you choose to live your last day is your choice. Choosing something is basically, again, it's your choice after considerations. You're choosing to do something because you choose to do something, not because you choose to do something because of blah 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 blah. Right? You choose because you choose to. I choose to do the video because I choose to do the video, and that's one of those most powerful, inspirational sort of concepts where I'm not choosing to, I need to, make more choices. Well, I mean, I know, so of course now, it's making choices that open up new possibilities, right? And making unreasonable requests and unreasonable invitations, powerful invitations to inspire others. And that's really comes down to fundamental. I really want to inspire others and make a difference in the world. We say we don't make a difference. It's one of those paradoxes. We do and we do not, right? Our life has no meaning, but the machine that we are in our everybody's body is a meaning making machine, so it makes the meaning automatically. You are defined by your characteristics in terms of the values and foundation that you grow up on. So it's really inspiring to see a world of possibility of a world where we are able to effectively communicate with each other with our feelings, with our thoughts and what we feel, right? So that we're able to share with others of what the situation is, and not just be on a pretext service of, oh yeah, I want to look good, I don't want to hurt their feelings, I don't want to say this, blah 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 blah. And then we're not really effectively communicating. So that's one of the enlightenments there. Because we don't say what we think and we don't think what we say, and then that becomes a paradox in terms of everybody keep interpreting. Oh, he said this. Okay, so what does he actually mean? Right? There's a hidden meaning into it where, for the most part, right, it's the words are just the words, and we're not in like a poetry or artist session on a daily basis for the most of us. When we say get out, it just means get out. It doesn't mean that you're interpreting that he's angry, right? But it's just what it is get out, right? So it's kind of funny just reflecting that a little bit, to childhood, right? You think that, oh, my dad, angry, or it's really elevating in terms of the next level. And when we were a kid, we are taught to have feelings and hey, share our feelings with each other. And going through a course is like feelings just interpretation. I'm bored, right? It's boring is an interpretation. So that fact alone is just amazing in terms of how we can view the world. I'm bored. Okay, well, that's interpretation, right? You're not engaged, basically, in terms of the session. Why are you not engaged? Because the material is not exciting and not giving you any value to stimulate your creativity and thoughts. Just like, for example, listening to a teacher lecturing without any tonality and previous, engagement. It's boring because it's an interpretation of how the teacher engages with you. In terms of each student would have a different sort of learning way of learning, and the approach is not in tune or able to capture your attention, then absolutely, right, you'd be bored, right? Playing a video game, right? People love playing video. For me, I just watch, I get bored because what are you guys doing? I don't understand it, right? Because I'm not involved looking at it, right? So that's why I feel bored, right? It's a feeling interpretation in terms of that's my being machine telling me, oh, this is boring, right? So it's an interpretation. It doesn't need to be boring. You just got to be engaged into watching it. Have show interest, right? So just talking about it and to understand it about an interpretation. Let's see, try to remember what else. Looking good, looking bad. We always think we sometimes think too much. Right? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? That's a little voice in your head where you should be living the moment on a day-to-day basis. So is action. We go by action because there is only the present of where we're currently at. You need to make a decision of what you're going to choose to do. Right? You're going to either walk right or walk left. There's no you can't walk right and left at the same time. You got to make a decision. In terms of we have a lot of options in our life, what we want to do, we got to make a choice as of that moment. What we want to do, just by going back and forth. Oh, what should do? It doesn't get you anywhere. It makes you, it just makes you in the cycle. Right? You got to choose to be accepting of what your current situation is and make the best out of the situation. And understanding that the past has nothing to do with the future. The past has nothing. The past has nothing to do with what is currently present, and what your actions that you do in the moment will shape your future. And that's the most important part, where sort of Last Day Foundation really adds value into that. In terms of today's my last day, what are the possibilities of me doing a good job today to have a better future and tomorrow and whatnot. And the foundations of it is absolutely living today to its fullest, but also making sure you have the possibility of making it to tomorrow, and making it to tomorrow, and how that would bring value to what you want to do in life in general. Every day we want to wake up and do what we want to do on a daily basis. We get a lot of constraints and struggles through our life because we have stories that we tell ourselves that are just not true, because we interpret it as that's the story, right? We create or a thought process that we create, or a lie. Some people we can say to tell ourselves to avoid what is actually happening. So lots of times we have trauma, right? We avoid talking about it, avoid sharing it, and that really hinders us from moving forward because we're living in the past. And that's one of the most dangerous thing to do, is that we don't want to be living in the past. We want to continue elevating ourselves to make sure we're living presently. What's the situation currently, and not the story that we're telling. Oh, I need one of the concept is, for example, I there's a great example, and someone shared it yesterday. I lost a job because of COVID-19, but hey, I lost a job. That's what it is. It's not gonna change the present in terms of, okay, what are you gonna do now, right? Go apply for jobs, right? Just living in the past in terms of, oh, I got fired, doesn't do you anything, right? Except you have to understand it that's a fact, and how you want to live in the present and take action so that you're able to produce a better results in the future. Right? You want to make sure we're living in the present, and that's the most important part. Where there is a YOLO concept, right? The happiest people are people who are living in the moment. In terms of YOLO, in terms of you only live once. That's a fundamental concept. You only live once. Why are you so upset about, right? Why are you so upset about something that happened in the past that has no meaning, no connotation to what you are, for who you are today? Something I want to share today, just opening the possibility. I think that's a good topic for today. And talk soon. Hopefully make some good discovery, and see you tomorrow.